Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, Moby Arena on the campus of Colorado State. Mountain West Conference basketball tonight. As we take you inside, the Rams are home, getting set to take on the Broncos of Boise State. Smith, Boise State basketball again.
Both these teams are coming off wins, Tim, and both of them shot over 50% from the field in those wins.
Degenhart with 2, and Boise State breaks the ice tonight. Watch during the course of this ball game. Now Rivera lines up a 3. He's got it. And down on the floor is Isaiah Stevens. He got coming in Lucas Milner. Also, Pavle Kuzmanovic, the Bronco bench. Good blind bounce pass, and the basket good by Cartier over the Falcons.
That stopped a 5-game losing streak by the Rams.
And a bucket for Moores, and
surprising early in the game.
Miller working on Moores, but ends up getting the ball back out to the front court with Shaver. He'll pull up from 15, and he hits.
And go to the basket. Marcus Shaver's anything but that. Different pace, different direction.
Oh, a swat. Smith blocked it, but Shaver trying to get around Stevens. And he does, and he scores with the right hand.
You guys have prepared there, Niko Bedved said, you would only wish.
Tanjay had all day to line up that 3.
I'd say that's shooting blanks.
Jackson, they work it around now. Moore is dead on 3, top of the key, and he gets the roll. Well, sometimes that's the home run for you, right?
5-game losing streak at Air Force Academy earlier in the week.
Smith, and going down was Tanjay. Right outside the restricted area arc.
Car is a little bit like trying to drive a car without a steering wheel. It's not a whole lot of fun.
I wouldn't think so. Rivera, long try, and he gets the roll. Boise State's probably saying, we can't wait to get that rebound second. Not easy.
That's not easy.
Here comes Smith, the lob, and the miss. Milner was there, but Smith helped with the putback.
It hit the rim, hit the corner of the top of the backboard, and dropped in, and we lost. Funny how you remember those things.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Turnaround shot good by Smith.
Back right down the pike like that, and those almost always end up long, as that one did.
Oh, Tanjay, long 3's got it.
Oh,
John Tanjay. San Diego State team was here. They had the same start. It was a quick start for Colorado State. San Diego State had to come from behind. Rivera.
They can't afford to give up points off turnovers like that on runouts, especially when you're the visiting team.
And Jackson for 2. And Boise State calls timeout. Rice off the screen. Gives it back outside. Shaver, now Najee Smith lines up a 3, and he's got it. 86 points. And they both had over 20 points each in those last 2 games.
Tanjay has 4 20-point games. As you said, 2 of them back-to-back. That was pretty good defense. Team defense by the Broncos. Milner giving enough help that Shaver could recover.
As Shaver started to heat up.
A ton of backspin and touch on him.
And Tanjay knocks it down. So John Tanjay is red hot in this game. He's got 12 points. Abo on the far side. Manages to get it to Milner. Now out to Shaver. 3 seconds to shoot. Shaver just sees the clock. He pulls up and cannot hit it. But Milner gets the rebound and the stick back, and he's fouled. And a possible 3-point play for Boise State.
27 games. They lost twice to the Rams. Guys have a little trouble understanding that sometimes.
Shabuzo Abo long. And Rice with the rebound. And he up fakes. He'll try another 3, and he's got it.
Kevin,
look back, they won it 80-59 over the Rams. And they've got the basketball and a chance for the lead, and Max Rice gives them the lead, 31-30.
Well, the Broncos' last 2 3-point attempts are both been DNDIs, did not draw iron.
I was waiting for that one from you.
Look at that move by Marcus Shaver. And you've heard me say this before, trying to stay in front of Marcus Shaver is like trying to nail Jell-O to a tree. They got several tap-backs for second shots. The Broncos have really turned their attention to rebounding now.
Shot clock to 2. And Shaver launches and hits right off the glass. How about that for a three-pointer and a 13-0 run for Boise State?
5 from the field.
Cartier in the paint's got to move, left hand, and that goes, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for a possible three-point play. Smith's been all around, as we pointed out. Smith now with 5 rebounds in the game. Degenhart dead on 3. Got it!
And you have to find him and transition. He almost programmed to run back to the paint, start looking for the guy. You better find Degenhart a lot sooner than that.
Up and under for Cartier. 8 points now for Patrick Cartier out of Brookfield, Wisconsin.
I think those two are both attending the School of Mutual Admiration as they score on one another.
And look at Degenhart stepping through the double team and scoring and getting fouled.
Where he's executing a post move. He's always got his head up.
Looks to Abo. Chibuzo Abo in the lane. Back outside Degenhart. He drives, and through 3 defenders, he scores.
How about that finish? What was so great about that after the contact? All great finishers got their chin off their chest when they released the ball.
Degenhart in double figures with 10. Cartier left alone for 3. Got it.
Cartier looks like he's in the gym playing. Stays between he and the basket. Defends the shot, makes it hard on Cartier.
Cartier stopped Abo, but Abo got his own rebound and scores 2.
So one of the things you and I talked about, Tim, is how good the bottom of the league is. Teams like San Jose and Air Force have been
on top of the rim, and the largest lead for Boise State now at 10.
Jose Smith having an outstanding night, 15 points now.
Isaiah Stevens
in our open, simply one of the best players ever here at Colorado State.
Rivera for 3. Got it. So Isaiah Rivera knocks down the long one. Spent 2 seasons on the bench and now a regular starter. Steal off to Stevens, back to Rivera. He's got 2 more.
8 assists for Stevens now. What a great pass. He put that one through.
Inside, Moores back outside. Head with a dribble and a drive and a right-hand layup.
A great ball.
Whiting to Abo.
Look at Stevens playing post defense on Degenhart, doing exactly what you're supposed to when you're a little or a post guy getting to a full front down there.
Abo knocked it down with a shot clock at 2.
That's been quiet here of late is John Tonje, who got off to that great start offensively.
Palmer spots up, and he's coming through. He was the first guy in the gym this afternoon for the Rams. 50-50. Abo unties it as he launches one from the top of the key for 3. Abo guarded by Stevens. Now whips it to Whiting. He drives and scores. Jace Whiting.
What a nice job. A little ball fake.
Out of Burley, Idaho. And here's Moores giving back to Stevens. Kicks it underneath and headers there for an easy 2.
Great switch there by the Broncos on Stevens on the perimeter.
On the basket, and one of the Rams took a hit.
He's hit a 3. He's went up and under. He scored that one with his offhand, his left hand. He is really talented around the basket.
Degenhart sticks the 3.
And that's what day for MVP of the league, it would be Degenhart. He said he just does so many things. Stevens finally throwing one in.
And Colorado State,
the kid that was a 4-year starter here several years ago, now the assistant coach at Northern Colorado.
Abo from the corner hits it. What a second half Chibuzo Abo is having.
Boy,
you might say, well, is that low? And I would say, if you follow the NCAA tournament, a 12 seed always beats a 5 seed. Well, if you want an entertaining week, you go to Vegas for the tournament. And 15 points now for Tonje.
Tonje had 12 in the first turnover by the Broncos this half. Remember, they started off about 3 in the first 5 minutes. They had, saying that he could just take over a game, which he is about to do, seemingly, in many, many ways.
Max Rice launches and hits short 2.
Nice shot by Max Rice.
Ball. No look pass underneath. And it's kicked back out to Rice. Wide open, Degenhart for 3. Got it! Tyson Degenhart gets the Broncos back in front.
And what great court awareness by Max Rice.
Degenhart. Rivera lobs it right down the side of the lane for Cartier, and Cartier finds Tanjay, back to Cartier, and that's good for 2.
Boy, dribble penetration.
Skip pass. Back up front, Shaver. We have had 4 ties and 6 different lead changes in this game, and Shaver creates some room and scores 2. 3 minutes remaining in regulation. Bullet pass underneath. Degenhart with 18.
Great offensive call from Boise State's bench on that little cross possession, and boy, did he ever deliver. That was great post defense.
Abo holding. Now he'll turn and shoot, and he'll hit. That's a big bucket for Boise State.
So strong is Abo once he gets in the paint. He really wanted to pass to Max Rice. He ended up trying to pass, and that ended up kind of working as a pass fake, and he found himself wide open.
Tanjay short. Stevens will try the rebound 3, and he's got it. 14 points for Isaiah Stevens.
He's only really good when you really need him, and he's really good when you really need him. Man, is he a good player.
We told you he could take a game over, and he has done almost that in the second half. Shaver trying to do the same for the Broncos, and he can't get the roll, but there's Milner with another big play, and a stick back for Lucas Milner.
What a great game Milner has had. The 6'10", 242-pound, fifth-year senior for the Broncos. Started the first 3 games, and he has become invaluable off the bench.
And Cartier drains the 3.
I tell you, you almost have to change your ball screen defense with Cartier in there and just not come and help off that. With Cartier, twice he's executed the pick and pop to perfection.
Well, the Ram fans rising to their feet at Moby Arena. Under a minute to go in regulation. Shaver can't connect. There's Cartier on the rebound and a chance to tie it or take the lead for the Rams.
And Shaver's hurt.
Rivera for Stevens. Yeah, Shaver struggling to get back down the floor. Back for Stevens. 36 seconds left.
Shaver missed a game against San Diego State a couple weeks ago.
Oh, and a rough turnover there for Colorado State. He was expecting Rivera to cut to the basket. Seconds to go in this one. Boise State trying to get the ball inbound. It's loose. And Najee Smith will grab it, and Cartier tackles him.
What a nice move by Smith coming from left field to create a passing lane.
Smith has had a good night. 16 points, and he's got another shot. This is the key right here, making a 3-point game a 4-point game.
Sir, buddy. Now the Broncos just need to be smart here. Play good defense. Don't foul a shooter. Give up 1 contested shot.
And Stevens forces that 3 and hits. Can you believe that? Isaiah Stevens with a prayer for 3. Brings it to 1 point with 9 seconds left.
And Boise State still with 1 timeout left here. If Max Rice can't get it in, look for him to call timeout.
Well, Degenhart's going to get fouled.
By more than lost turkeys, this wouldn't going to get to 80, which it's about to.
Degenhart.
Go up 3. Do you foul and not give the Rams a chance to hit a 3 and tie it up?
Chance for the Rams.
Hands up, no fouls. Hands up,
the
no
last
fouls.
shot. And Tanjay short on the 3. He wanted a foul, nothing called. And that is going to be your ball game. 80-78. Boise State hangs on. and wins a big one on the road here in Fort Collins to get their 20th win of the season to go to 20-6. They have tied Nevada for second place in the Mountain West Conference standings at 10-3.
But boy, they played hard.
Well, Isaiah Stevens had a great second half. A double-double for Stevens of Colorado State, but Degenhart led the way with 19 points. And Boise State comes up with an 80-78 win. For my partner, Joe Cravens, and our entire crew here in Fort Collins, I'm Tim Everett. Thanks for watching tonight on FS1. Now, stay tuned. NASCAR Cup qualifying coming up next.